Alright, we're back. As you can see, pulled the engine out of the Supra. So I went to go swap the oil pan over last week, or two weeks ago now, I think, and found a bent rod. So the engine was still healthy, it was running fine, so I figured it'd be a wise choice to just pull it out, replace the rod, inspect everything else, and then go from there. So anyway, so that's what we're doing on this video, is just a quick tear down. Just pulled the engine out, put it on the stand, and that's where we're at right now. So I'm gonna pull the intake off, the headers, valve covers, and just kind of work my way down. The oil pan is already off, and I just need to get to a point where I can pull that cylinder out. I forgot which side it's on, but it's one of the rear ones. It's either 7 or 8. So anyway, but that's what we're doing. So we're gonna tear this thing down. Shouldn't take too long. Got to make some space in the garage, get organized, keep everything nice and clean, and I'll check back with you guys in a few. Alright, so I'm back, cleaned up the workbench, and just made some space. I'm gonna put cylinder heads there and got the intake up here. So this is the, some of you have seen it, it's the LT4 Edelbrock air gap intake that I had cut the whole snout off and had my buddy weld up an LS style throttle body flange for it so I can run an LS throttle body. And the reason I really love this intake is more for looks than anything, is because of the air gap. I can run the wiring harness underneath it, and it leaves everything super clean. So speaking of clean, the engine is still very clean on the inside, so very impressive, the abuse that this thing has seen, and everything is very clean. So obviously, other than the dust and little dirt that collects, you know, right above the intake and stuff, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these headers off, get the valve covers off, and then rotate the motor over, and give everything a good look down, and see what's going on, and see which rod I gotta replace. So anyway, so yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll check back with you here in just a few. Alright, so valve covers are off, and I have just got to give a shout out to Jonathan with Tick Performance. Man, I tell you what, this thing is so clean on the inside, and I know this thing doesn't have a ton of miles, but every single mile that this thing has ran has been straight abuse, and it has held up extremely well in my opinion. Yes, I know I'm tearing it down because we have an extremely potential bad issue, but it was not his fault. You know, it's just literally just making power, and that's part of the game. So, but this thing is so clean on the inside, it's ridiculous. So anyway, shout out to Jonathan, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Alright, last part of the video for today, but got this piston out, and it is number 8. So it's the only one that I see bent. I looked it over pretty well. I am going to do some more digging into this thing, make sure all the bearings look okay and all that stuff. But, you know, just the nature of the beast, you know, I just want to make sure it's all good to go. I think I'm going to just order one rod. I know some people might frown on this, but these rods have been proven to take a lot of abuse. They were in the grub worm, made multiple fast passes, making well over 1,000 horsepower, and then I get it, you know, and of course I'm not easy on my stuff, so it's just a matter of time. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave this head on. There's no point in really taking it off, and I'm going to get the other rod coming as soon as I can, and swap it out and go for it. But yeah, I got the rod up here, got everything up here on the toolbox. So valve covers, head, all the valve train and everything. And here's our rod. It's gonna be hard to tell in the video, but it's not straight either. You can see the ripple in it. And I guess I'm just grateful that I caught it, but I just happened to see that looking up in there, and I'm just really happy that that rod didn't break. And I know these are not the strongest rods, but I don't have like crazy power goals for the car. I just want to get it to a nice steady number. It's not even about a number, and you know, get it to where I can get the times that I want at the track. And just it's just a fun car. I don't have any major goals for it, so it's not like I'm trying to run sevens or anything like that. But you know, if I can get this thing into the nines, that would be cool. That's it for now, you know. So it's nothing crazy, but yeah. So I'm gonna get another rod coming. I was looking at this thing, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got some numbers on there. You can see it. I think it's the weight. There's says 223 at the bottom, and then 227. I don't know. Anyway, I'd like to do some research on how to weigh these properly, because I think you have to weigh the big end and the little end separately to get a matching rod. I have a feeling that's probably my weight there, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can figure out how to weigh these kind of like a DIY method, and see if they're if they match up to what I have there. You know, so that way I can make sure I get a good rod. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna end it off here, but thanks for watching, and I'll check in with you guys later.